Another week, another game, another win for the Denver Broncos. The final score in Las Vegas is the Denver Broncos 29, the Las Vegas Raiders 19. What could I say? We swept the Raiders for the first time in a decade since 2014, and we even beat the Raiders in Las Vegas for the first time in franchise history, and we beat the Raiders at their home turf for the first time since Super Bowl 50 season in 2015. This was a game that, you know what, thank goodness we won, but this is a game that we could kind of say we pulled out of the skin of our teeth. The first half was where we did kind of struggle. Our offense stalled on drives, which resulted in field goals. Our special teams struggled too. We had the fake punt by the Raiders that resulted in a first down. We then had the Raiders' long return. But the thing that I think really upset me the most was our offensive drives that stalled because of penalties. We had 2 holding penalties, and both called on the same guy. And no, it's not Garrett Bowles this time. It's our right tackle, Mike McGlinchey, a guy who I'm starting to question now too. He had 2 holding penalties. Then he had another false start penalty, and I'm telling you, I'm really questioning Mike McGlinchey. Yeah, those resulted in some points, but they could have resulted in touchdowns, not just field goals. So the first half, our defense folded, gave the Raiders the opportunity to kick the field goal, and wouldn't you know, Raiders had a 13-9 lead at halftime. So the second half comes, our first offensive drive stalls, upsetting. But then, on the Raiders' first offensive drive, Gardner Minshew is intercepted. He is intercepted by Brandon Jones, who returns it all the way to the 16-yard line. And that resulted in Bo Nix's first touchdown pass of the game to Courtland Sutton, giving us a 16-13 lead. Then we go down the field, and we kick a field goal to make it 19-13. And then it was 19-16 when Nix threw his second touchdown pass to Courtland Sutton, and the Broncos won 29-19. Just like the first game against the Raiders, when PS2's interception return for the touchdown is what changed the momentum, that's how this game against the Raiders was like. Also, Brandon Jones' interception return gave the Broncos good field position to take the lead, and then went on and just put the game away. The Broncos are 7-5, and we have a pretty favorable schedule coming up. We got our next game is a Monday night game against Cleveland next week. It's a game we should win. Doesn't mean we will, but I'm hoping we do. Then we'll have the Colts, who are a team that always plays us tough, and we got the Bengals. We got a lot of favorable games. Coming up, and I must say, we play Kansas City at home to end the season, and I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that Kansas City has nothing to play for, and they probably rest Mahomes, and we could beat the Chiefs. But this win right here means a lot to us. We swept our nemesis, the Raiders, for the first time in a decade, and have beaten them for the first time ever in Las Vegas, and in the first time since we beat them on their home turf since we beat them in Oakland back in 2015. I just love this win. I look forward now for the rest of the season. This win is giving us a lot of hope, and hoping we could get more wins as the year comes on. This is David. I'm out. Peace.